Agroturizam kao novi trend prema razvoju klastera i održivim prehrambenim sustavima, slučaj Albanije, predavač je Valbona, pa sam gospođu Valbonu pitala da mi kaže kako je njeno točno prezime. Onda ona rekla kao, a nemojte, samo recite Valbona. Evo čemu se radi, znači Ylli, to je kava. Ako izgovorite sa Uli, to je maslina. Ako izgovorite sa Ylli, to je zvijezda, a ona je upravo zvijezda. Izvolite.
Can you see me? Okay. Good morning to everybody. It is my pleasure to be in this Congress. In fact, it's not my first time in Croatia. I have been several times, but as a tourist, on vacation. But this is for the first time for a business purpose. Taking this occasion and seeing that you are as good as in business organization like this event as in tourism, I would say that Croatian people knows how to do tourism and they do it. So in recognition of all the work that Croatians do with love and passion about tourism, in recognition of all the work that women and men of Croatia do for agricultural production, services and tourism in general, I would call everybody please to give a round of applause for Croatian people. My presentation is on behalf of the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, or shortly FAO, about the agrotourism new trends towards cluster development and sustainable food systems. I'm coming from Albania, where, of course, according to the pronunciation of my family name, I play the game of being coffee or olive or a star. So, in fact, for me, Albania is a star. It's not that far from where we are here. It's about 10 hours driving in the south, warmer climate. The country is very small, in fact, but offers a lot of diversity by all means. We have a lot of rural areas and rural population. Still, despite the out-migration from the rural areas, we still have about 36% of the population living in the rural areas. The project that I would like to share with you is about the FAO intervention in sustainable food systems in Albania and how this is interrelated with the agrotourism. During 2021, Albania was part of the UN Food Summit for dealing with the sustainable food systems, based on which were organized 4 sustainable food system national dialogues. And during 2021, we have prepared the pathway based on these dialogues, and one of the main priorities of this pathway was agrotourism as a mechanism for rural development. Following that, in 2023, Albania became part of 3 countries selected from SFS Mediterranean, Sustainable Food System Mediterranean Program, where the agrotourism was considered as a core or leading factor for the sustainable food system development. Based on that, we organized 3 regional roundtables on roadmap development and as well a national dialogue for the roadmap development. You could see here pictures of activities where people, stakeholders from different levels, local level, private businesses, central level, etc., were capable to contribute for formulation of their inputs on national roadmap. This preparation of the roadmap brought some highlights that are problems that sustainable food systems and agrotourism face in Albania. Being a small country, we have problems with the size of the farms. The farms are very small. The average size is 1.2 hectares. We have problems with, or participants have identified problems with food safety and traceability, and the need to increase awareness, to improve laboratories, and as well to introduce farm register. As another highlighted problem in the roadmap was the mandatory training to guarantee service, to increase the level of service provision. Support for branding, especially for designation of origin products, mitigation of climate change problems that our farms do face, as it was right now mentioned, that there are a lot of problems faced with the climate changes, improvement in policies and legal framework, especially people were bringing more and more the need for preparation of regional strategies based on the newly prepared national strategy. And financial instruments, this related particularly with the awareness of people on availability and use of financial instruments, financial improvement of financial literacy, and insurance instruments to be used in rural areas. This graph, in fact, shows some nice trends of tourism development in Albania. It is doubled pre-COVID time with last year. So pre-COVID, we had 5 million tourists visit the country. And last year, we reached the figure of 10 million, with the target of 2024 to reach 14 million. Is it good or is it bad? We will see it, because we are always under the pressure of providing good services, but as well taking care of natural resources and other sources to be available for tourism development. With this figure of 10 million, we have arrivals of almost 4 times the local population in the country. So all this needs to have a better management. But what has made it to happen? In the customary law of Albania, dating 500 years ago, there are 2 magical expressions that I have placed here in Albanian language. One is buk krip zemer, that means bread, salt, and heart. I don't know if you have it in Croatia, but we do in Albania. So you offer to the guest your bread, your salt, and your heart, meaning hospitality. And the other expression is shtëpia e shqiptarit është e Zotit dhe e mikut, meaning that the house of Albanian is of the God and of the guests, is the dwelling of God and dwelling of guests. So why do we think that we had this increase in tourism in Albania? First of all, Albania offers the enjoyment of nature beauty, which is very diverse, with long coastline, inter-country waters as well, and a lot of mountains and Alps in the north. We have nice landscape and preserved biodiversity. Of course, traditional food is another point of attraction for tourists. It's not only traditional, but I guess it's tasty food as well. Climate conditions and favorable soil allow for diverse agriculture products, being all types that you can think of. Even bananas do grow in the south of the country. So this is another advantage, that we can grow basically everything in Albania. Cultural diversity is another attraction point. If somebody comes to Tirana, for instance, that is the capital of Albania, within a 3-kilometer distance, you have mosque, you have Catholic church, and Orthodox church. And this is one of the things that Albanians have shown a lot of civilization, the good relations between the three main religions that we have in the country. And we sell it for tourism. Of course, we have 2,700 villages in Albania, and each of these villages has its own diversity in terms of songs, costumes, and this is very attractive for tourism as well. The country offers a lot of potential for different kind of outdoor activities in rural areas. And there are some supportive policies for the development of agritourism. One of the programs of the government that has started 5 years ago is called 100 Villages, or 100 Fshatrat in Albanian. This program intends to improve all the infrastructure of the most important villages in Albania that could offer, that have the potential to offer agrotourism. This has given really a lot of enthusiasm to people living in these villages, because the infrastructure, being road infrastructure, water infrastructure, house repairing, has been very supportive to them. Another support has been the legislation that is prepared, because agrotourism facilities have been facilitated based on the decision of the Council of Ministers, with reduced taxes especially, and other type of support like subsidies, etc. The units that are classified as agrotourism as well are certified, and they have this kind of advantages. Of course, new investments are in place by private entrepreneurs. So what was FAO specifically doing in this respect of sustainable food systems and in connection with the agrotourism? As I mentioned, the number of tourists within few years has doubled, so has the demand for products in the rural areas. So the increasing demand requires, on the other side, food security. These were things that we have considered during the implementation of the project. And the concept was to grow or to move from one single isolated agribusiness into creation of a cluster, and from them into agritourism villages. A cluster in this case is the activity of agrotourism in relation with farmers around it to comply with volume of products, with standards, with quality, and this has brought as well the contract farming between agrotourism and the farmers. Another intervention was that farmers were going back into old varieties and local varieties of plants and livestock products. For that purpose, the project has activated what we call seed bank, where local varieties of seeds were in a way slipping in this seed bank. So the project made it possible to bring these typical varieties into field, providing those to farmers along with the technical assistance, how to take care, and especially how to deal with the biological control of these plants. The interventions in the project have shown us that when smallholder farmers and agri-entrepreneurs adopt improved production practices, adopt improved business practices, and operate in clusters, then they access to more profitable markets, safer products, and as well quality products. Hans yesterday was mentioning that first people were doing modern facilities and providing modern equipment for agrotourism, then they shifted into traditional ones. But the case here is from one of the top agrotourism in Albania, which is becoming in the list of top agrotourisms in Europe as well. It's called Mirzi Zanave. And the guy, I think, has made a combination of modern building with the traditional building as well. So it's very attractive, and this is one of the case of clusters developed because he has more than 200 guests per day, every single day of the year, and he cooperates with around 400 farmers, supplying him based on the demands of the visitors or guests. Different kind of products are supplied by farmers around this agribusiness. This agribusiness is located in village that I'm showing here, Fishta village. Used to be a place for persecuted people during the communist time. And this Mirzi Zanave Agroturizam was the first bird coming in the area, after which a lot of other agrotourism have been developed in the village. So from a persecution camp place, it is turned into an agrotourism village with more than 100,000 tourists annually. And my last slide is the slide that provides information about the webpage of agrotourism in national level. That, in addition to other informations, provide a lot of information about the taste roads in Albania and local feasts as well, and the way how to promote the agrotourism farm. And with that, I thank you for your attention.